Hello, friends. Very good morning and good evening to every one of you joining us from different parts of the globe. Omega Pyramid Dallas, PSSM Corporate, and Pyramid Valley International welcome you to day 213 of Stillness Beat, a 365-day daily meditation program and your daily dose for meditation and wisdom. As you know, every Saturday is dedicated for mad stories, making a difference stories. In this session, we bring you inspiring journeys of masters who are creating a difference through their service. We will explore what inspired these masters to step into that beautiful journey of giving. Before we begin today's session, let us all meditate together for some time. To guide us, I would like to invite our meditation master for today, Radhika ji. Ma'am, can you please guide us through your meditation today?
Thank you, Sandeep. Yes, I will take it from here. Thank you so much for having me here today. Uh, Good morning, good evening to everyone from wherever you are joining. Without further ado, I will request everyone, if you're wearing your glasses, kindly remove them. Sit in a comfortable position. Close your eyes. Clasp your fingers. Cross your legs. Take a deep breath. Just a deep breath, and release through your mouth. Make a sound if you must. Take another deep breath and release through your mouth. And the last cycle of it, take a deep breath and release through your mouth. And now, just go to the process of observing your breath. For the next moment, we are going to be completely silent. There will be no music, there will be no voice, just you and your breath. For 1 minute, you will connect with this deep silence within, the silence which is the loudest noise in the cosmos. So be it. And so it is. Be with your gentle, natural, easy breath. No chanting, no mantra, no God, no social status. Simply your breath, your presence. With each cycle of breath going in and each cycle of breath coming out, you're going deeper, deeper, and deeper into this meditation. Whenever any thought arises, simply go back to being with your natural, gentle, beautiful white breath, the very foundation of your existence and presence in this cosmos. Just breathe and be, and so it is. this moment is very, very important. This moment is all you have. With each cycle of breath, as you observe it, you become more present. You become more available. You become more you. And there is no other you in this cosmos. As we meditate in this conscious group, many ascended masters, spirit guides, angels, archangels, cherubs, seraphims, they are surrounding us. Today, we are in a state of releasing. As we come out of a beautiful full moon, moving ahead to the Lion's Gate portal, followed by an amazing new moon, the energies are only getting higher. It is a reminder what must stay should stay, and what needs to go, we must let it go easily, like a child dropping things that feels heavier in its hand. Let us become a child again. Continue to be with your breath, no thoughts, no chanting, no mantra, no visualization. Simply you and your breath. Light, beautiful, amazing. So it is. cosmos. Your breath is the roadmap to the conscious way. With each cycle of breath in, you're breathing in the prana, the chi, the very cosmic energy. And with each cycle of breath out, you're balancing the scales. All that does not resonate with you in this reality, in this human form, is being released from your body right now in this moment. Many ascended masters are working with us right now to upgrade our DNA, to upgrade our thought process, upgrade how our mind is working, expanding our heart and soul, our consciousness. Just ease into this process. There is no need to open your eyes, feel fidgety, have doubts. Simply observe what is happening within you, within your body. Simply come back to your breath when any thought arises. Continue to observe your beautiful, gentle, amazing, natural, white breath. My dear friends and my dear gods, you are it, and so it is. 8 minutes. Continue to be with your breath and let these energies calibrate within your very system. A huge crystal pyramid is being installed upon this beautiful conscious globe. And a purple golden light is being streamed in through our Sahasrahara, the crown chakra. Lots of codes are being downloaded in this moment as we continue to meditate together. Continue to raise the energies of this very planet and the cosmos. Every cycle of your breath in this moment is creating history, is creating ripples across the cosmos, across the multiverse. We are multi-dimensional beings. And this is what is being recognized right now in this moment. As we meditate, not as a group, but as one conscious unit, expressing realities in different human bodies. Please do not open your eyes until I say so. Just continue to be with your breath. Let the prana and the chi flow within your bones, your nervous system, your bloodstream, your arteries, your lungs, your kidneys, all your body parts. Just breathe and be, and so it is. last 30 seconds. Last 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently place your palms not on your eyes, the center of your chest. Let it be there for a moment. Simply let the energies calibrate. And now, place your palms without rubbing on your eyes for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes and give yourself a huge round of applause. Thank you so much for being here, for being a beautiful, beautiful part of this meditation and for energizing this space. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot for the wonderful meditation session, Radhika ji. It was very, very relaxing and very deep. Thanks a lot for that again. Now, let us move on to the interactive session of the Mad Stories.
Yes.
So, a warm welcome to you again, ma'am. Good morning. And the objective of this session is to share inspiring journeys that have created a positive impact through the spirit of service. We will explore what inspired you to embark on this beautiful journey of giving and making a difference. Thank you for your presence, ma'am. And before going into the interactive session, for the viewers, I would like to give a brief bio of you, ma'am. So, Radhika Mehrotra is the visionary founder of Sessions with Radhika and Kali Attara, and co-founder of the Sacred Goddess Tribe and Conscious Creators Academy. Passionate about exploring unseen realms, she co-created the Certified Quantum Crystal Practitioner Program. A lifelong PSSM volunteer, Radhika is a certified expert in sound healing, meditation training, and crystal therapy training. She is also a motivational speaker, mindset coach, pyramid master, and energy intuitive medium, offering guidance through tarot, oracle, and dowsing, while using her voice as a conscious writer and poet to inspire others. So, thanks, ma'am. And
Thank you.
I should also say that I have attended your and Paripatri ma'am's sessions in 2021. Probably that is the first 40-day session. So I've
Yes.
attended that. So
Yes.
I have heard some of your wisdom, but glad to welcome you here and
Thank
take it
you.
forward.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sandeep. Thanks a bunch. Really, really happy to be here. When Prithvi connected with me to invite me to this space, it was just an instant yes. I felt connected and I wanted to be here. So I'm very happy to be here today. So thanks to the whole team for making this happen, for making Stillness Beat happen. So thank you for having me here.
Thanks, ma'am. So let's go into the questions part. So the
Yes.
first question I have for you is, you are a lifelong volunteer with PSSM and a certified meditation trainer. Could
Yes.
you take us back to the very beginning on how you were introduced to meditation and what was your first experience like? Was it an instant connection or did you take some time to resonate with the practice?
Of course, thank you for this question. In fact, this is one mysterious story that I love sharing with everyone. It was definitely instant connection because before I was introduced to PSSM, I was introduced to meditation by a very amazingly odd experience. It was October of 2015, and it was a time of Durga Puja, Navratri, and just one fine evening, I thought, I don't know, I was just listening to some music. It was a very transcendental sort of a music, like a very meditative beat. And I just sat and I sat like this. I don't know, some position I sat, my legs were crossed, my eyes closed. And I thought I'll, just relax myself and I'll just be there. And I opened my eyes and it's 2 hours and I don't know where I was. It was a very, very brilliant experience for me. And cut to that, to December 2015, one of the PSSM masters, we were connected before. I came into PSSM because we were working for a college project together. It was like a startup. I was in college, of course, at that point in time. So he just said that Radhika, and that time this Nirbhaya case had very recently happened. Okay, so it was I used to write a lot about it. Like I used to flow with my poetry, and there was so much pain that was coming out as a woman also. So I don't know, something maybe shifted in him while reading. So he just said, Radhika, I see you writing, and I see there's so much potential, and this can turn into a positive space. So I would like to take you to a place. And I was like, okay, I'll be there. And then I went to the first time I went to the Delhi Pyramid, the Shastri house, Vasantha and DLN Shastri's house. That is how I was introduced to the whole Delhi team, to the beautiful family that I call my family today. And it was December 4th or 5th of 2015, and there has been no looking back from that day. So that is how I got introduced to meditation, and the story continues, the journey continues.
Great, ma'am. Thanks. It's almost a decade now, more than a decade.
Yeah.
And and so basically your first experience happened spontaneously,
Yes.
right? Yeah, that's amazing. So continuation to that. So like when I read your bio, you do sound healing, you are a crystal therapist, a tarot card reader, and a mindset coach. And all of these, from outward appearances, they are all different modalities. How
Yeah.
do you weave all of these into a cohesive spiritual practice? And also, what is that draws you to so many, different and unseen realms?
Okay, so I will want to answer the part of the cohesiveness first. Every spiritual tool is a tool. Even meditation is a tool. Pyramid is a tool. And I think everything marries beautifully when done in the right manner. Like when your intuition speaks to you, you just flow with it. Like for example, while I'm doing a tarot reading and I'm using a singing bowl, I usually make people meditate when I'm reading cards, whether it is tarot or oracle. Initially, I started with oracle decks, and then and I want to share this that I hated tarot at one point in time. There was so much hate within me for that, and then, of course, after meditation, I understood why that hate was there because I have been a reader, I have been a seer for past many, many lifetimes. I never learned tarot, I never learned the art of reading cards per se. It just came very naturally to me, thanks to few masters who introduced me to it. And obviously, the cycle just continued. So I think one thing led to another. I just understood that you don't really need certifications per se for being something in life. Of course, that adds additionally because when people outside, like, for example, I was to go to a corporate office and, showcase my talents, they'll be like, okay, so, but what is the authority that you have? For that, maybe yes, for the worldly things, that certification is required. So hence I write because I did certification in sound therapy. So I write that. But yeah, in the long run, I think it amalgamates very, very beautifully, very naturally. Even though even though it looks like that, they are very vast subjects or they're very different from one another. I think again, it's like head connecting with the nervous system, the brain working, the heart beating and the blood pumping. It's all like that, genuinely. And I forgot there was another part to it. Can you please pardon if
Yeah.
I'm
What
yeah.
what draws you to explore these unseen realms?
Okay, as I said, I think this is not the first life that I've been doing this. There's been many lifetimes that I've been doing this, and when I say this, I do not say it casually. I do not say it as some woo. I say it very scientifically because Patriji also always said that, once I remember him saying that if we were to take lifetimes, like let's say we have 400 lifetimes. He was giving an example. I'm giving it in my own style. He said, let's say if we have 400 lives, you are living 200 lives as a man and 200 as a woman. And he said that in those lifetimes, imagine how many lives you have lived and you've come here. So I think that's how I, in this dimension, in this body as Radhika, I could, reconnect back to all those modalities that I have been doing. And I was very naturally attracted even as a child. Occult is something that I have been called to even as a child, because I remember even as an 8-year-old, I would find the newspaper first thing in the morning and I'll go to the astrology section. It was crazy. And my mom was like, is she okay in her head? And then she was like, you're truly my daughter. I was like, what is this comment? Of course, you birthed me. I am your daughter. And she would be like, no, because I am also interested in all of these things. So of course, she became my medium as a human mother to get me interested into all of this. While I never saw her doing all of it, it just came very naturally. Now I understand as a woman better that why I was so attracted even as a child to the occult. And just very quickly also to answer that. There was this session that was held by Shreyansh, and Newton sir was there, and he was conducting a very beautiful, free of energy exchange, but very present energy that you have to be present in that session, a past life regression. It was back in 2021. Yeah, 21. And it was right before my birthday on 25th of June. And I saw my life, one of my lifetimes where I was a healer, and was like a very vast descriptive past life that I saw of myself, and that was one of them, which basically unfolded a lot for me in this reality, and I understood a lot about myself. Like all of those thoughts which I had, like on the back, like it was like a validation for me, and yeah, that's how I think all of this came into being, and everything married with one another, and this is what I am today, as sitting in front of you right now.
Yeah, that's great to know, ma'am. You actually answered my next question too. I was about to ask, what was your experience on, I mean, how did you know that it was coming from past life, which you just mentioned? And I think the samskaras coming from past life are what make us, you know, crave for something or avert something.
Yes.
So I think that's probably the right for you. Probably that's the right direction in this lifetime.
Yeah.
The next one is again related to another practice that you have co-created called the Certified Quantum Crystal Practitioner Program. Can you please explain to the viewers in simple terms on what it is and what transformations have you witnessed in your clients when you did this program for them?
Okay. First thing, I would not call them clients. They are not their family and their students, and I am a student too. So this started with Pari when we started working for PSSM Global back in 2020, and it was the month of April, and we just started working on Global. And after some days, I'm like, Pari, I think I need to learn about life coaching, and I just sent her some program, and she says, and this is the first time I'm interacting on a personal level with her for something. So I just wanted her, her opinion on, because she herself is a transformative coach. She's achieved a lot in life. And she goes like, Radhika, you don't need a $20 course. You need a paripatri in your life. I'm like, okay, yeah, I need a paripatri in my life. And then we scheduled a call, and that's how a lot of courses came into being. The first thing that I created in her guidance for her, co-created with her for her, that was a pyramid course, pyramid mastery course, which is completely her thing. A lot of research that was done. I learned a lot from that, and that led to. So when she saw what I was doing, I got the opportunity to co-create, like really co-create and be a mentor with her, co-mentor with her for the quantum crystal practitioner course. Now, why is it quantum crystal practitioner course? We are teaching crystals only and we are learning crystals only. It's just that we are going beyond what meets the eye. Like, it is not like a simple random thing. Okay, rose quartz is like for love, and garnet is for your, self harmony, or probably black tourmaline is for protection. We, of course, that's a part of the curriculum. But what we really, really enable people with is the history of it, the science of it, the technology of it, the right way to, be with the crystals, and also the basic nuances of how crystal came to being. And they're like not woo woo, they are not magic. Of course, they're magic, but how people would, call everything a witchcraft, like in a very bad light. So just, breaking those myths and patterns that everything is a part and parcel of who we are in this human form, in this 3D reality. Because the matter of the fact is, we would not be here anchoring ourselves had crystals not been, installed on earth way, way before when we decided to come here. Because of course we are just human suits, walking on this earth, but we have come from many, many different planets, and we are multidimensional beings, as we would say. Whether we accept it, we don't accept it, that does not change the truth. So that is what this whole course is about, and it is created with a lot of love. With a lot of love. I know how much of information we have put together. Pari has a scientific bent of mind. I'm more intuitive in that case, and I think it marries very beautifully together. And this course came to be. And I think in terms of what our students have felt, is they have felt more informed about the whole topic. A lot of myths were broken for them. They are more now they are more sensitized to what these beautiful beings are. They understand crystals are not just mere things you wear on your body or you hold in your hand. They're actually your friends. Like, how you and I are talking, you can actually talk to a crystal. It won't talk back in words, but it would talk back in many different ways, through energy, through intuition, through changing of what you are. And crystals, there's a very simple thing about crystals. They work if you have faith, like anything on this earth. When you have faith and believe, it works out for you. So I think that's what we've created, and students have felt that, seen that. They have started their own businesses. They've become, they're doing therapies. They're teaching people crystals, but teaching in the right way what crystal is, not the woo-woo part. That, there's so much of misinformation about these things. So that's what we aim to do, and I think we somehow did it successfully. So yes.
Great, ma'am. Great and interesting. Yeah, interesting to know that. The next one is you're also the co-founder of the Sacred Goddess Tribe. What was the
Yes.
inspiration behind creating this community? And in a world that's often driven by masculine energy, what does it mean to you to awaken the sacred feminine? And what kind of support does this tribe offer to women?
I'm really, really glad for this question because, for one thing, I'll start with the fact that divine feminine is rising, and it's unstoppable. And when I say that, again, people would think there is, some kind of war between the male and the female entities on earth, which is not true. There's something that I've been saying for this past few weeks, that is, Shakti dances because she holds. Right. So the feminine is rising because the masculine is holding space. That is what it was meant to do always. And somehow, in the long run, masculine forgot to do that. Even the feminine forgot to teach the masculine, because if you read the philosophical text or the Vedic text, whatever our history and our beautiful Vedas, Upanishads, whatever it holds, there is one thing that you will see prominent, is that Purush, or the masculine energy, is always very static. It is inactive. There is no action. That is why it is said it is a sattva, it is in the sattva level. It's always inactive. However, Shakti is the Rajas tattva.
the action to the inaction. So she brings that life, she brings the blooming, she brings in the life to the earth. And that's why she has a womb in physical form where she holds a baby for 9 months. So the whole this whole run together, Pari was always called to do something for women. But rather than going very social service on that, she took her teachings of lifetime as a child, as a teenager, as a woman. She was becoming as a mother of a son and a daughter, and doing what she started to do. Like she started to go back to her roots, back like reconnecting with her roots in around 2014, when she conceived Nirvan, of course. And a lot of things started coming back to her. It's a story that she has shared everywhere, so I'm just reiterating her story to everyone. So while she was doing one of the she was doing some energy work class, I think, something. She was under a training where she met Jules. She's a beautiful master from USA. So she met Jules, and that is how they connected on women, and doing something about them. And Jules was already into therapies and everything. So that is how initially in 21 the women circle came to be, where Pari and Jules started to activate women through those gathering. And I was supporting at the back end, creating flyers and holding space and doing readings. Of course, I used to read every gathering, full moon and new moon, wherein new moon was conducted by Pari, full moon was taken up by Jules. And that is exactly what repeated in 22, where Jules stepped out. She had other things to do, so Pari and I decided that now we have to take this forward. So then I started doing the full moons, and Pari does the new moons. Now, why the moons? Because we are cyclic. Women are cyclic. It's in we come in phases, and that is how the menstrual cycle also comes to be. So through those cycles, we decided that yes, this is very important, where we want women to remember who they are, and in turn, they can remind everyone around them that how important it is to be very, very aware of your beingness, of your isness, of who you are in person, and in magnitude of the soul purpose that you have on earth. And I think that has led to a lot of discoveries, that has led to so many women opening up, like literally breaking open like an egg, where they're rebirthed into their own realities, where they have started to speak up, where they have they're not backing down anymore. Of course, they're not waging any war, but they're more aware and more still within themselves. Then they are holding space for the masculine to rise as well, because it's like a cycle which is happening together. And while I'm speaking, I'm getting goosebumps. So yeah, something right is happening through these circles. So yeah, it's happening now also. We have restarted it. We're holding it every full moon and new moon. So it's beautiful. This experience is really, really great.
Thanks, ma'am. Thanks a lot. And yes, it is very important to have that balance. And I think it's good that the feminine part, which probably has been suppressed for centuries
Yes.
together, is coming
Yes.
back.
Yes.
And yeah, we'll move on to you still have time, right?
Of course.
Just
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. Yes.
Also, the profile had the conscious writer, and you also mentioned that you used to write a lot and about the poetry and other things. How does your creative expression serve as a spiritual practice to you? And also, can you please share a piece of poetry or that probably encapsulates your philosophy?
Of course. I think something about holding space came for me very easily. Even as a child, I remember giving advices to my friends as a 10-year-old, as a 12-year-old. So I always told my mom that I am born 35. I was not a child. I was always a mad old woman, put into a wrong era. But somehow, even as a child, I was very sensitive to my surroundings. I was a very, very experiential person. Everything came to me very deeply, whether it was joy, whether it was grief, whether it was sadness or anger or, hurt or crying. Everything just was very extreme. There was no middle path for me. There still isn't, I think, but I'm becoming that. But yeah, emotions came to me very on extremes. And then I think that is how I found, I think I was 9. I was 9 years old when my sister was born. And like any sibling, they would feel that, they were less loved and the parents were loving the little sister more or the little one more. Um, I started expressing through writing because I felt I couldn't speak to anyone about this because, people would think, okay, she's the elder sister. And while I loved my sister dearly, I was taking care of her practically as a 9-year-old also, because my mom, after giving birth, she was pretty sick. She needed some rest. And for, I think around a month or two, she was just on bed rest and my grandmother was taking care of her and I was taking care of my sister also. So while I loved her, I felt a lot of detachment. A lot of things were happening. So I started writing. That went to that is how my writing began, and it continued. And somehow, slowly and gradually, that writing part got into something much more bigger than me, bigger than I was. And in school, it bloomed, but in college, I think I truly started writing when I started feeling, because I was doing philosophy honors. I was in DU, I was in Delhi, and so much was happening around me, even in terms of geopolitical stuff, in terms of how the status quo of society, how societal things were. And I also became a spokesperson for women in general, that why do we have to be in a certain way. um so I think that is where it led me to writing. And of course, as I evolved, as I continued to grow, as Sir came into my life, Patriji, of course, when I say Sir, it's him. So when Patri Sir came into my life, when PSSM happened, when meditation happened, so everything of this, again, it found a purpose, it found a voice, and my writings became more conscious. It started reaching people in a way that it healed something in them. Like even if it was one person reading it, they would always come and tell me that, Radhika, it healed something in me. And I think that led to a lot of changes in me also. And it was during the period of Corona, I think 2020, when intuitively writing started, like the poetry. It was happening initially also, but it was one conscious time I remember that, I just saw like, uh, there was a cow. I saw her eyes and there was tears coming in. And I think something just broke open, and I wrote and I wrote and I wrote. And there was a message that, all of this thing, while it looks, some external things are doing it, it is through our karma that all of this is being created and earth is being cleansed of all that needs to be cleansed now, and the process shall continue. So that is how the writing came to be. And as for a poem that I can share, I'll just go back to my Instagram, because that's where I share everything, because I can't remember anything right
Yeah,
now.
that's
So
a
I'll share from there maybe. I've written a lot of poems in Hindi as well, but I know this is a platform I must share in English and not in Hindi, so that we connect on a different level. Okay, so there is one. It's called Kalika, and the meaning is one who purifies. And it goes like, army of the Buddhas will rise, charging forward with the sound of conch shell. Army of the Buddhas will rise, charging forward with the sound of conch shell. Shakti will awaken as Chamunda, Mother will rise as Kalika. In the behest of nature, all will cease to exist that threatens the balance. In the behest of nature, all will cease to exist that threatens that threatens the balance. The sun will now rise from the east. The trees will now walk with mortals. South will now be north, and north shall be a portal to the unknown. So this is what I wrote, and something that came up more was, the winds of change are on the horizon. If you've been sleeping, it's time to wake up. You can no longer ignore what you have until now. No more can you escape what is right in front of you. Buddha is rising in his own wake, ready to pick his weapon if need be. Mother is not gentle anymore, and she is ready to destroy all that threatens her path to establish the balance. This upsurge of energy is such you will be winded if you force the current to move in the opposite direction. You cannot unsee the same. You cannot unhear the heard. You cannot take back the spoken. The shift is collective. What has happened until now was just the tip of the iceberg. Only acceptance can help you survive the inevitable collision. It is an uproar of the silence. It is an unsaid warning of the collapse, a collateral damage that we must survive together with the power of aligned living. So this is something that was
Very,
channeled
very
sort
beautiful.
of. So yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
And it's very deep and probably very apt to that time that we were going through during Corona.
Yes.
And yeah, thanks a lot for sharing that.
Thank you. This was actually not the Corona time was a very big huge Hindi poem. This
Okay.
was, I think, back 2, 3 years ago. This is like the cycle that we are in right now, that upsurge of energy. And we're going deeper
Right.
into that. So that is why that Kalika thing came, the feminine rising that has been happening
Right.
for some years now. So it's that. It's about that.
Sure. There is also a question from the viewers about how they can join the women's cycle, like the full moon and new moon cycle for the like the sacred tribes. Maybe
Eh,
you can put a
Yeah.
link somewhere when you have time.
Yes. Hi Rama. Maybe you can connect with me on my Instagram. Can I put my Instagram here?
Yeah, please put your Instagram so yeah, people can.
I'll just put it here. So you can just text me and I'll send you the detail. It is called Women's Gathering. Just a moment. So yeah, that's I've sent a link. Maybe you can just DM me there and I can share the deets with you.
Oh, thanks a lot, ma'am.
Yes.
The next question is also related to writing, but slightly different.
Yes.
So you have facilitated the journal therapy at the Cosmic Reset Retreat. For someone who has never journaled before, how can this simple act become a powerful tool for self-discovery and emotional healing? Where should anyone start and how should they go about it?
Okay. So yeah, it was last year I facilitated like for a huge gathering, which was EYF, the Weekend Youth Festival that's going on right now also in Bangalore. So I have been doing this work. I think I've done it before also. I just want to say everyone is an artist, everyone is a writer. It's just that we feel that we are lesser than someone else. Of course, it's there. The art of writing. You don't have to be a writer, like you don't have to start writing content or do poetry. It's not about that. So writing as a therapy is just where you pour down in ink what your words can't speak. It's like your ink becomes the blood that you've been holding and it just goes onto pages, just bleeding blue and not red. That's all. That's how I felt it. So in that process, it's just that again, the meditation is the foundation. You meditate, and then I guide into doing things like what would you do as a 10-year-old or a 16-year-old, like write a letter, like maybe in 100 words to yourself, what it is that you would want to tell yourself. Like I'm just sharing an example, like,
Right, yes.
because probably as that 10-year-old or that 16-year-old or maybe even 22-year-old, you wanted someone to give you that advice, which you would give now to someone. So, and also making peace with the fact that it's okay if nobody was there to hold your hand when it was your lowest time or where you could not be the person that you wanted to be, but celebrate now because you are there now and you're able to acknowledge that maybe as a 16-year-old or a 25-year-old you could not do or make certain decisions which you would have wanted initially to do. But now you're there fully for yourself, doing the best you can to survive, not just survive, actually to thrive, because now you're coming out of that survival mode. So that is what happens during that writing. Like you meet that thriver, not the survivor. You meet that thriving person. You meet that person who's just hiding here through those written words. And people have had amazing experiences. I have made them write poetry also. And I was like, just write. just let it flow. You don't have to be a poet. You don't have to be, Kalidas. You don't have to be Premchand or whatever. You don't have to be that writer. You just have to write. That's it. Whatever is coming in your heart, it could be Baba Black Sheep. I don't care. Just write. And it has led people to, going into some portal within themselves and just writing it, because that part of meditation, being with that conscious group, those collective energies rising, and I think they have literally flowed. And of course I have to there is and I never remember what I guide, because it's very impromptu at that point in time. It's very intuitive when it happens. So I never tell what I'm going to do. I just say, okay, this is what the timing will be. This is when the meditation will start. This is how the flow will be. But what I will speak, what is inside of that session, what's happening, I never know. It's very in that moment it happens, and I think I'm very happy and glad that it has helped people to come out of certain places, and they have come and told me that, Radhika, we never thought, or we never believed we could do it, but we are doing it now. And they're just very grateful, and I'm very grateful that I'm able to do something like that. So it's a very win-win situation on both the sides.
Yeah, thanks, ma'am. Thanks for that. And probably to summarize it, and for someone, say, who is trying to do this at home, do you suggest, like, say, 30-minute meditation and then 15-minute journaling on whatever they want to write? Because you gave one example of an younger self. Probably, yeah, that, or probably how their day has been, anything, right?
Of course. In fact, even in the reinvent thing that you joined, the 40 day, we always tell people to keep a journal, like always have a journal. And I would rather say that, meditate at least for 40 minutes, like we did today, because, in the first 15 minutes, you're just calming down yourself, because it's
Right.
in this chaotic time. Even if you're a seasoned meditator, it takes some, either it is instant or it takes some time. So first 15 minutes you're just adjusting to the things, and the next few minutes, then the things open, it's like the universe opens for you completely. So I think 40 minutes is a must. And after that, just have your journal ready. I would call it a meditation or a dream journal or whatever you want to name as, and just write whatever comes for the first time. Just write. You don't have to think of prompts, or maybe you can just ask a question before you sit in meditation. And in meditation, you go completely still, you just be with your breath. And you have written that question on that paper, you've closed your diary, you're just meditating. And when you open that diary, the first thing that comes to your mind, because I have always felt right after meditation, you're in a very, very different zone. You're much calmer, you're still, your heart is beating in a very calm manner. You've just come out of some different space altogether. And I think you as a person are more connected to the higher self, as you would be in your day-to-day life, until and unless you're intuitively doing something. Like for me, it just comes in bouts and energies. I just start writing at random sometimes, but yeah, after meditation, I think it just flows. So we can definitely, it's a great experiment to do.
Yeah, man. Yes, yes. I will definitely try it out.
And I would love to hear your experience after
Sure.
that.
I'll send you a message on Instagram
Yes,
because
yes,
sometimes what happens if we meditate and sleep, you get
yeah,
something in your dreams or
yes,
something comes as an intuition. I
yes,
think that's one experience I had. But yeah,
yes,
this writing the question first, closing the book down, meditating and writing it again, is a good exercise that I'll try. Thanks a lot.
yeah. Most welcome.
How are we going for time, ma'am? Do you have some more time?
So I remember I was told it is 40 minutes meditation, 40 minutes of Q&A, and then 10 minutes of question and answer. Sorry, 40 minutes of Q&A with you guys, and then Q&A for
Yeah.
everyone else. So I'm good with,
So
yeah.
I will ask my last question so that we can open it up for Q&A
Yes,
for the
yes. I
audience.
think we are good on time. We are doing great.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So my last question would be, your lifelong dedication to PSSM as a volunteer reflects a deep commitment to seva or service. What does selfless service mean to you personally, and what has this journey of giving taught you about yourself? And also for someone who has this strong pull to serve but doesn't know where to begin, what would your advice be?
Okay, thank you. I mean, it's beautiful. This is a beautiful question. So this is a very personal thing that I'm going to share. It is for me. You might resonate, you might not resonate. For me, there is nothing called selfless service. I'll be very honest with you. Everyone who's doing service has some, and I would not say agenda because agenda is very negative. They have some thought, they have some feeling through which arises. For me, my whole balance and scale is Patri sir. I am I am a lifelong volunteer because of that man. If it was not him, I would not be in PSSM. I would not be doing what I've been taught because he held that presence. He held that, and because I got really lucky to be there with him in human form, experience his human form for 7 to 8 years of this journey. Um, so I think for me, selfless, of course, it is also selfless in a way. Of course, we can say that. So for me, what it means is that when your heart can be fully into something where you know there is no going back. That was that one moment in 2016, January 1st, when I met Patriji for the first time, and he's standing there in front of me, looking deep into my eyes. A 23-year-old girl who has this notion that every Baba is a freaking rapist, nothing else they do in life. That is all they do. And that man looked into my eyes. He was on Mon. The first thing he says is Happy New Year. And the second thing he says, looking right at me, you know, किसी दाढ़ी वाले पे विश्वास करने की जरूरत नहीं है. That means, don't have to believe on a bearded man. Just be with your breath. Believe in that breath. And I'm just looking at him. It's like, did he just read my mind? Is he like, what is this guy? And there was something so calming, so loving, so kind about him. I'm like, I'm done. Radhika is committed for life. And I am someone who's a very loyal person. I am loyal to myself. I am loyal to people. So I think that hit hard, and I'm like, okay, this is something I would want people to understand, to know, and I would want to experience this for myself lifelong. And I think that is where that seva, and of course, it is not like in one day I understood what seva meant. It took me time. I'm still learning. Sometimes I may be there 100%, sometimes I'm there 50%, maybe 1%, but I try my level best. And for me, selflessness means that where your heart can be fully committed into something, you have to be there full hearted. If you're not there full hearted, just step back. So seva can only come from a full heart. If your heart is not open, if you're not there, then it doesn't make any sense. I think that's something that's what's coming to me right now. That's what it means for me to be 100% committed to yourself is only what you can extend to other people in your community. And as for other people, to how to start on it, start small. Maybe, you attend one event and you just express the thing that, I want to serve people food. That is how you start. That's how I started. Okay,
Yes.
okay, I want to serve people food because that is one thing that Patriji absolutely loved, serving people food. Or you can just say that, probably like you're going in a session and you can offer, okay, I'm good at my skills. Like you could be good at writing, you could be good at clicking photos or taking videos. So you offer, okay, this is a session that some master is taking. I would love to click photos for you personally. I'm just giving random examples. It could be anything for you, any small thing, any small task that you connect with. Maybe it could be a swadhyay, like you create a video or you connect with some PMCs and say, okay, I read this book. If this book is not already done in swadhyay, I would love to do a swadhyay for this. So just thinking very quick on your toes, how can you be the best version of yourself and how you can help the community rise through the 18 principles, through the 13 guiding principles for family and all, and the 5 pillars of PSSM, that is starting with the pyramid meditation, the Sajan Sangatya, eating right food, being with the right authors, like reading right books, and of course the fifth one is service and the seva. So how these 5 pillars can amalgamate for you, I think that is the highest service you can do to yourself and extending it to everyone outside. I think that's what I wanted to share. Thank you so much.
Thanks, ma'am. Very beautifully explained and very practical tips for someone who wants to start out.
Yes.
So we'll open the floor for questions. If anyone has any question, you can raise your hand or put them in the chat. Anything is fine.
I see
I-
one from Joy.
Yeah, Joy. Yeah, I'll read it out, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, from past 2 or 3 days, when I'm meditating and even when I'm going to sleep, my concentration is going back to my heartbeat. Even if I'm trying to concentrate on my breath, it's not happening. Should I meditate more or just go with the flow?
Great question, Joy. Thank you for asking. Just a moment. Why am I getting hazy? Okay, I'm back. So, first thing is you never concentrate on anything. That's the first thing we must understand as a meditator. We only observe. You observe the cycle of your breath. You're not concentrating on your breath. You're merely observing because in the whole day, we are just breathing. We are not really consciously aware of that breath, right? But when you're meditating, you simply observe. And the observing means you are simply seeing how your breath is going in through your nose until your tummy and then back and out. It's just a moment of observation. And as for your, that is not concentration, I would say. That is your, how would I put it? It's your senses are taking you back to your heartbeat is what I felt. So if it is taking you back to your heartbeat, just be with the flow. And if you feel it is getting too much, you simply go back to your breath. It is very easy to go back to your breath. Maybe for a moment you would have to concentrate. You can call that word concentration, since in human vocabulary we're very limited. But yeah, what we are doing truly in Ana-Pana-Sati, in breath meditation, is observing. You become an observer in real life and in your spiritual life and in your visual life, or whatever is happening. You just become an observer. That's all we do. I hope I was able to answer your question. Thank you so much, Joy.
Masters, any other questions? Please raise your hand or put them in the chat.
Wow, no questions. That's great.
Probably I asked all the questions. I actually cut short some of my questions, which then I'll ask my one question.
Yes.
If there is any single message that you want to give to the people listening today, even if they are starting out now or if they are a seasoned seeker, any takeaways from that you want to give, ma'am?
I would just, so I have been very vocal about the fact that I'm not here to teach. I'm not here to make you learn anything. I'm just here to remind, because I am a reminder for you as you are for me. We are all enablers with one another. So today, what I remind through my experience is that we are we are really moving from the 3D to the 5D. And when I say moving, it is not physical, it is all here. It is all here. Okay. And when that moving is happening, you have to be extremely authentic, extremely conscious, extremely vocal about what you feel is right. Stop being a sheep, stop following the herd. And when I say that, I don't mean go on a rebel mode. What I'm trying to say is be true to yourself. If something does not sit right with you, say it out loud. It does not sit right with me. If something, no matter who it is, even if it is a senior pyramid master and you're just, it is for the seasoned meditators, by the way. And I might seem like, I'm saying something very radical, but so be it. Age is but a number. Nobody is older, nobody is younger. No, nothing of that sort exists anymore. Your experiences speak for you. If something feels right here, it is right. Your body will react to something even before your mind can put hold of, okay, what is happening. So always listen to this, always listen to this. And as for the energy, it is peaking to another, like peaking, it's like on the tip, like it's going up and shooting up with all these energetic portals also opening. The next half of the year is always like a tidal wave for all the meditators. Especially the first year is like, okay, we are skimming in, okay, something is happening, and low come July, they're like, okay, what this crazy jazz is happening, where are we right now? So hold it in, because definitely the energies are moving higher for women especially, and for men there is lot of push and pull. When I say women, I'm not trying to just let go of that one section of the society. Of course, you guys are very important, but when I say women, it's like, as Sandeep very beautifully said, we have been silenced for so long, and now you will see many women speaking up for the wrongs that have been done in the society to them personally, and what your role becomes as a masculine is to hold space, guys. That's the best you can do right now. We have to become Shaktis within ourselves and Shakta within ourselves. And when I say Shakti and Shakta, it is not gender based. So as a woman has to come into her feminine and masculine form, so is the man has to come in the feminine and the masculine form. I think that's what the message is today for everyone. Through my experience, I see that energy rising without any barriers. It's like the cage is open and then you have to be out, and everything which feels tough right now is going to be only tougher. So there is no, either you go big or go home is the thing. So keep meditating. Meditation is your key to everything. Do not lose out on meditation. Read great books, be with great people, avoid gossip, avoid the drama. Please avoid the drama because it's going to drain you, and drink lots of water. Just drink water. And I'm reminding myself also, because I'm like some oot. I'm a camel. I drink water and I forget. So I'm reminding myself also, as I'm reminding you, please drink water. Water is very necessary, especially these days, because energies are going haywire. Water will keep you calm. And when I say water, please drink pyramid water. Keep a pyramid on your aqua guards or your filters or your matkas or whatever. Please drink pyramid water. Please do that. So with that, yeah, I will pause my voice on this. Thank you so much, Sandeep, for asking this question.
Thanks a lot, Radhika ji.
Thank you.
Thanks for your honest and candid conversation. We
Thank
all
you.
enjoyed it a lot. Your insights were truly inspiring, and yeah, getting back to the basics, as simple as drinking water, we all forget to do that.
Yes.
But thanks for reminding. Meditation,
Yes.
water, do all the basic stuff first and enhance your energies. I would also like to thank all the participants for joining the session today.
Thank
It
you.
was wonderful hosting you all. And wherever you are, have a nice day ahead, or have a good night if you're in the US. See you all tomorrow at the same time in Stillness Beat. Thank you all.
Thank
Thanks.
you. Bye bye.